Hi everybody. It's been a little while since my last post, but I was feeling super inspired. They posted the next first form athlete, so congratulations. Also, I listened to a great podcast today by Shalene Johnson, and that was another little inspirational moment for me. I've been toying with the idea of transitions for a long time. I started really thinking about it when I went to a lecture with a friend. She takes me to a ladies' soiree event quarterly with her church, puts it on, and it's just for women. And there was this great speaker, and it's probably been years since this speaker came and talked to us, but she really talked about women and living in transition. And what I'm really talking about is the transitions in your life, the phases of your life in between the milestones that we use to mark our success or to mark our lives. And so especially in women, it's kind of you have these milestones like getting engaged and getting married and having children. And so I think we lose sight of the journey. We lose sight of the transitions and have trouble because we're looking so far in the future, looking towards these milestones and looking towards the goals. And I know it's kind of ironic because one of my first posts was on goal setting, and I do think that goal setting is really important, but living in the now and what you're doing now to reach your goals, I think is even more important, because that's the future. It's not real. It hasn't happened yet. And you're making that happen with what you're doing right now. One of my favorite things in yoga, they always say to breathe through the transition. And so if you're not into yoga, you have yoga postures, and you have to transition in a flow class like vinyasa. If you're doing this flow yoga, you're flowing from one posture to the other, and so you're supposed to breathe through the transition, and you're supposed to be graceful through the transition. And that's really what I have been kind of tying back to transitions in your life, because you've got to breathe through the transition. You know, when you reach that milestone on your wedding day, that's not it. You're not done. Your life isn't over. We can get so goal focused that we lose sight of what we're doing right now and how that's contributing to our goals. So I think one of the things that the woman speaker that I mentioned in the beginning of this post, what she was talking about is learning to live with yourself in transition. And that's something that I've struggled with lately. If you ever find yourself saying those words like, I am not this person, or this isn't like me, or this isn't me. Well, it is. That's whatever you're saying isn't you. That's you right now. And that's okay, whatever that is. And for me, that struggle was around being negative and the negativity. I kind of have a reputation for being like super upbeat, obnoxiously positive cheerleader all the time. And while that is, it is me to an extent, I'm a very like happy, busy, loud person. I went through these bouts of feeling really depressed, and especially like I'm in transition right now, and so it's kind of natural. I'm rediscovering myself and my identity. I left a job. I was injured. I went through a very tumultuous time. I lost a very, very close friend. And so this whole year for me has been a transition, and I'm learning to live in it and appreciate it and love it and enjoy the journey to the next destination. And I know it's like super cliche to say, but it's not the destination, it's the journey. But it's so true. Like, I think I've said before, you know, if you're just standing at the foot of Everest forever, you're not going to reach the top. You're never going to get anywhere if you're just like looking at this insurmountable obstacle and like you're staring at your goal the top of Everest. Well, you can't summit unless you start climbing. So I think transitions are really important, and appreciating every minute of your life and the process of reaching your goals, because it's a process, because we are always a work in progress. Because when you set goals, which again, very important to set goals, but when you set your goals, that's not it. Like, that's not the pinnacle. You don't just reach it and then everything's over. I said it in one of my earlier videos also. Your fitness is a journey from now until the rest of your life. You have this one body forever while you're on the planet. Like, let's take care of it. And it's your fitness journey throughout your lifetime. So it's not like, let's lose weight for the wedding, let's lose weight for this event, let's get toned for this competition, how am I going to perform in this other competition. That's great, and I think it's a good those are good milestones to measure yourself by. But don't lose sight of the fact that, like, this is the long haul. And I told someone the other day, like, what I'm doing right now is a lot of, like, personal development work around, like, how to change my paradigm and how to manage my thoughts and feelings. And it gets into this, like, whole deep level of, like, super serious stuff, which I won't go into. But really, it's about changing your methodology and your thinking. And I think that's really important for me right now. It would have been impactful if someone had told me that they struggle with the same things that I'm struggling with right now, living in transition, but learning to live in transition. So I hope this is impactful for you. If you have any questions, comment or get in touch with me on the Mighty Meager YouTube channel or on Instagram or Facebook, whatever. I'm learning to become savvy on all of the aforementioned social media outlets. So thanks for listening / watching, and I hope you have a great day.